So I've seen Green Day 2 times and each time was pretty much similar. Disclaimer though, it was a few years back. So first and foremost, I am a fan. I wouldn't say their biggest fan, but I definitely enjoyed all the classics, so I was definitely excited to see them both times. So this will definitely be an unbiased review. But for their stage presence and energy, they definitely get a full star. Obviously give it to their fans, and I saw a video of them like on Coachella and they definitely still bring it. The crowd gave it back to them just as much. Great atmosphere, great energy. Honestly, the vocals too sound great. His voice sounded good back then. Now for the visuals and production, and honestly back then I gotta give him a 0, man. Try to do the punk rock gimmick where they didn't spend a lot of money. But also the thing I did hate about their 2 concerts I went to the most, it's part of their production. The props they did were so lazy, it felt like they were just killing time. The one I hated the most was that for the both shows, he brought a random person from the audience the first time I was a kid, and he had them sing Long View, my favorite song and probably one of their biggest hits. The kid sang the complete song to the crowd. Obviously he butchered it, and you know, it was very disappointing, and the kid couldn't be more than 12 years old, and the song is about masturbation, so that is kind of weird. Here is said kid. So yeah, imagine paying to hear one of your favorite songs and you get that. Another horrible prop they used to do was these stupid hats I used to wear, and they would end up on the floor dragging themselves or crawling, so that was a little weird. There he goes, humping the floor. Lastly, he brought another younger guy to like play and sing Jesus of Suburbia with him, and also another disappointment, like again one of the bigger hits, and you get this instead. At one point they brought like 30 people on stage and they were all jumping around singing with him, and these were not the end of the show moments. Honestly, it was just doing the most. I was excited to see them, and while I did enjoy myself, at the end it started kind of dragging a bit. It was about 2.5 hours long and I was already getting bored, dozing off, etc. The BS like this is what made it kind of drag, but again, that's a 0 for this category. Yes, I know I've gone more than once, but you know, I haven't gone back since for that reason, but I would go back though. I've been wanting to check them out again. Lastly, for the set list, I'm gonna give it a 0.5 point because they did play for 2.5 hours, which it kind of dragged. And at that time, they were really pushing those new albums, so they were playing the older songs. They were not playing all the classics that you would want, you know. Oh look, some pyro finally. This was Irvine, by the way. But yeah, 0.5 point for that. He's asking for another singer here. Excuse the footage, Joe. It is a little old.
I need the best fucking singer in the state of fucking California right now.
Again, that's doing the most, and check this out. This is where he asked like a lot of people to come on stage, which again was just too much. Yeah, man, so those extras were horrible, but ultimately I will give them 3.5 stars. At the end of the day, they are Green Day. It was still a great show except all that, but I would still recommend you checking them out. I still want to check them out again at some point, especially now that they're stadium headliners. Would love to see that.